We just make sure that everything's good to go. Looks like audio's coming through. Looks like we got plenty of people chatting. All right. Cool. All right, we're good to go. What's up, everybody? Welcome to In the Chaos. My name is Brad. I don't know which side Freddie's actually on me. Yeah, he's over there. Nope, he's
no
over
other
there.
way. Yeah.
That's Freddie Valoy. It's Thursday. Fat Man Zoom's not here, but you got the two of us, and it is going to be a day, folks. All week it's been amazing. We've seen some incredible earnings, some ones that went right and cratered big time. We saw Zillow had lots of drama there, and like all kinds of other stuff. The drama has not stopped. We're going to talk all things Penn National, all things Dave Portnoy, and then also quiet the naysayers and some of the trolls out there, because I've gotten a lot of heat today because of my Penn call. And listen, on this channel, I'm the first one that will admit mistakes. I made a mistake on Penn, but it doesn't mean that I'm a shitty trader, which a lot of people have questioned. And I'm going to prove that by showing you guys my whole entire portfolio and the performance. We'll get to that in a minute. But Freddie, what's up, my man?
How you doing, man? That's crazy. You got one L and they're already doubting you, bro. What kind of come on, guys. We got this. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited for that part. I'm gonna be a hype man there. Man, I forgot I had to do a monologue with so much craziness going on today. That
I mean, yeah, it's all good.
It's not like I really prepare anything. You know what I'm saying? I just say funny things. You know.
Yeah.
I thought of this the other day. You know, people will tell you that the clothes make the man. Some people will tell you that it's the man that makes the clothes. But we all know that children make the clothes, guys. All right. Let's never forget that. There are children making these clothes, usually in Southeast Asia somewhere, China, something like that going on.
Especially if you wear Nike.
Exactly. Nike, but it's for the drip, guys. It's for us. I did a poll on my Instagram. I need to know the Chaos crew. What do you guys, if you're having a bacon, egg, and cheese on a roll, do you put ketchup on that?
Fuck no. Fuck that.
That's what 69% of the people on my poll said. I want to know, what does the Chaos crew do? Most people say no. This seems to be a regional thing.
A regional thing, really?
Maybe. I think it's a Northeastern thing. You know, New York, you get it with ketchup. No, a lot of people are saying no. Okay.
You put ketchup on yours?
Yeah, I put ketchup on mine. Sometimes, yeah. Ketchup is getting some hate recently, and I don't like that. I feel like everybody's hating on ketchup because these new aiolis and all that stuff. Once those things hit the scene in like 2013, 2010, people started acting different, guys. Don't forget where you came from, guys. All right, just because you're on here making money.
Full disclosure, I've always been a ketchup hater for my entire life.
Really?
I've always been a fan of mustard. Hot dogs are only meant for mustard and sauerkraut. Sometimes like chili and cheese, but I'm never putting ketchup on a hot dog. Okay,
all right. Well, I need to rethink my relationship with ketchup. Maybe I need to revisit it. So just want to let you guys know, I'm a true foodie, right? Because I don't just eat at the fancy restaurants, right? Because any glutton with disposable income can do that. I want to be able to talk to somebody about foie gras, but then also in the same conversation, talk to somebody about the 20-piece chicken McNugget and its value in the food ecosystem.
Yeah, bro, you got to come back up here because, I mean, we know plenty of chefs. We got Chef Al, owner of Duck Duck Goose. He'll talk about foie gras all day long.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that trip to Baltimore. So back to you, Brad. Let's get on with this.
Yeah. So Penn had a shitty day. We all know that. Penn came in. If you guys haven't heard the news and are wondering why Penn National stock has been down, it is right now. Let's see where it's at right now. But it was as low as around 22.5% today on some pretty terrible earnings. And, a lot of it had to do with Hurricane Ida. Supposedly, they said that they saw growth in revenue, which was great, but they also spent money on the Score acquisition, if you guys recall. But then also Hurricane Ida came in that quarter. And then so they had to incur costs due to that. Because of the standing casinos they have in the Louisiana area. So that definitely hurt, right? So the stock right now is down currently around 18%. I actually added to Penn National because I still see the value here, and whether you do so or not is up to you. I even told people within the Chaos crew, hey, If you want to walk away from Penn, I don't blame you. Do what you got to do, but I'm sticking around and I added to it. Does that mean that you should? No, doesn't necessarily mean that you should, just because I ended up adding to it. And I think that's where a lot of people have gotten lost lately. So I wanted to show you this comment. And I was talking to Freddie about this a little bit after or before we went live. And this is the type of comments and direct messages I've been getting all day. Somebody said, I just want to point out that if you follow these two type of hype pushers, you're going to get burnt. It's a matter of time. All of their analysis is super shallow and they never show their actual results. Well, I'm picking on Johnny P because he kind of was more or less the douchebag of the day.
Yeah, he came at you. I don't like that. Let him know, Brad. Let him know what's up.
But there was a lot of other people that had similar comments in some of our videos and on Twitter and everything else. And I rarely do this. It's rare that the general public gets to see our Chaos Crew portfolio. So for those of you who decide to support the channel and support everything you see behind you, you guys are part of the Chaos Crew. You pay either $4.99 a month or $9.99 a month. It literally doesn't cost you anything to support the channel. But in return, you get my trades as I make them in and out. You also get access to my portfolio that I share with folks on a regular basis. And I absolutely crush the market. Some people were doubting that I'm not beating the S&P 500. That's also false. And I'm going to show you exactly why I'm successful at this. And it's not because I whole account Penn. Was Penn National one of my strongest convictions? Probably my strongest one, yes. And it still is. But I also said it was a longer term conviction that I'm not going to just sell Penn the second that it runs up. So I'm going to share my portfolio with you guys so you can see exactly what's going on here. So as you can see, I'm not having a great day. I'm down 5%. Okay. A lot of that's due to Penn. The other part of that's due to because oil's down and I have a Halliburton options position here, which is not doing me well, but I'm still going to hang in that too. I've still got a lot of faith in where oil's headed. It's just a rough day, but I want to kind of draw your attention over here to the right, to the top right-hand corner here, because this is my performance. The blue line is the performance of this portfolio over the last year. The S&P 500 is below that. And a lot of people measure themselves on the S&P 500. And as of today, as of this very minute, the S&P 500 over the last year has brought in 35.68%. This portfolio for our Chaos Crew members that I share with them every goddamn day is 77.27%. So I doubled the S&P 500 over the last year. So anybody who doubts this channel, anybody who thinks that I try to swindle them or that I don't know what I'm talking about is just blatantly false. And so hate to pick on Johnny, but I just wanted to make sure, and I hope he's watching because I told him to come watch today. But there you have it. I'm in all kinds of stuff. I know how to diversify my account. I know how to manage risk. I think what a lot of people get into, the trouble they get into, is that they don't know how to manage risk. They'd rather just hold account something that somebody on YouTube tells them that they have a lot of conviction on, instead of actually managing risk and diversifying their account. I started this account with $5,000, and as I told everybody, I regularly added to it to simulate how I think anybody should build their trading account. Wow. If you work a day job, you add to it once a month, take a percentage of your earnings every month, and then add to this account and continue to build it from there. And that's what I've done with this account. And again, absolutely crushing the market. You won't see this for a very long time. The only way that you're going to see it again and get access to the trades as I make them is by joining the Chaos Crew. You go to ownthechaos.com, and all it does is just support the channel. It helps support the studio you see behind you. All this stuff costs money, and so we appreciate everybody who's in the Chaos Crew who does support us. But you will never see another YouTube channel be as transparent as I am, or Fat Man Zoom, or anybody else. So, and I challenge you to go do that. All the big ones, and you know who they are, the big four. Freddie probably doesn't know who they are, but we know who they are. The big four. You can take a guess as to what I'm talking about. They're not transparent like this. Follow anybody who's got hundreds of thousands of YouTube subscribers, and they're not anywhere near as transparent as I am. And, I don't need to have 1 million subscribers, and that's fine. But anybody who wants to question my character, they can go kick rocks.
Toma. That's where I'm from. When somebody gets hit over the head really hard, you go, Toma. That was the Johnny P just got the ill toma there. You saw that, bro. He took out that fucking contingency plan like Batman right there. Put some respect on my man Brad's name right now. Hit the chaos crew up.
It just drives me crazy, bro. Like you get one like stock that everybody kind of piles into, and they don't take any kind of responsibility for their own actions, and then they want to blame you for it. It's just like, I know what I'm doing. Do you?
Yeah. Johnny P was preying on your downfall, but it was just sometimes we take L's and we're gonna bounce back. It's like when you have sex without a condom, and sometimes you have a pregnancy scare, but she's not really pregnant. This is kind of what this feels like.
You got to manage risk that way too.
Exactly.
But yeah, so I'm not butthurt. Philip Stroh says, "Don't let them butthurt you, brother." I said, "I'm not butthurt. I just want to make sure that when a lot of people get in the feelings about something that doesn't go their way, that they look at themselves in the mirror, because that's ultimately who's responsible for your own success. And I take responsibility for my own actions, good or bad, but I don't want anybody thinking that I don't, that I try to hide things from them, or I throw any kind of shade at all. Cause like I said, I mean, I know what I'm doing."
I love it. Honorable man right there. I felt like Captain America was talking right there. That's how hype I got.
But enough of that. Let's just go ahead and get into Penn, Freddie. So I explained to you off air what Penn National was. For those of you who don't, or maybe who are kind of wondering why was there such a dramatic drop, it wasn't just that Penn National had poor earnings. It was also kind of compiled on to the fact that an article came out against Dave Portnoy, who is the front man of Barstool and the founder of Barstool Sports. Penn National owns around 30%, and due to own about half of Barstool Sports on the sports betting side as well. And this article comes out basically accusing Dave Portnoy of a lot of really nasty things. Doesn't really come out and quite say that he's a rapist, but it pretty much described him as such. And accounted two women that this person who wrote the article and did this investigation over the course of 8 months said that Dave Portnoy like forced himself on these people or these women, and kind of like did things that they were uncomfortable doing even after they told him to stop. Dave Portnoy ends up coming out and making a 12-minute video on Twitter, basically explaining himself and showing screenshots of one of the women that came forward, and showing a conversation between the two. And he was like, this was after the fact, and it was still very like, she wanted to continue on with him, and he was like, "Nah, I'm good." So then like that was a big deal. And then obviously the stock continued to tank after that as a result, because it was just more bad press on top of bad press. So the stock ended up coming down a little bit more. This was something, Freddie, that has actually been ongoing. I wasn't necessarily surprised about it because I've been following Penn National and Barstool so closely, because there was actual videos that came out, I don't know, probably around six to 8 months ago, I want to say, revolving around Dave Portnoy and his kinky sexcapades, because that's just kind of what he does. And then he came out then and was like, I have sex. I have weird sex sometimes, whatever. Like, that's what people do. Mine just happened to be all over the internet. But then this comes out and he basically has to, talk about it some more and basically defend himself. I know you didn't get a chance to really look into it a little bit, a whole lot, but I wanted to kind of just get your initial reaction. Would this like prevent you from investing in any kind of stock at all?
No, not really. The only thing that sucks about the optics is that the way Dave Portnoy carries himself, that archetype of man, people almost expect that type of behavior, which kind of works against him. And it's sad, a sad reality of humanity. But like, no, I think this is something that for now, I think it'll bounce back, just from observing other people who have been canceled in such a way. Eventually they come back in some capacity, even with worse allegations.
Yeah. Yeah. And this wasn't even like he was doing anything illegal or anything like that. He was, as he put it, engaging in some weird kinky sex that the other parties were consensual about. And he was unaware that either one of them felt uncomfortable. And he even went on to say that, like, I feel horrible that if they actually felt uncomfortable, that they didn't say anything, because like they didn't communicate to him. And so I think that was kind of lost on a lot of people, but the stock is still down. It's down now 20%. I also saw this as an opportunity. And again, like I said at the top of the show, if you want to walk away from Penn, if it's not your thing anymore, if you're frustrated with it, I get it. I'm frustrated with it as well because it just hasn't moved. It's down 20% on the year. I don't blame you, but I'm in it for the long haul. I do see long-term potential with Penn, and I'm going to continue to hang on to it. I think that some of the roadblocks they've come through over the last couple of quarters will be behind us. I think that we're going to see some really nice tailwinds for just the industry itself, especially sports betting. Freddie, they just announced that there's some rumors that New York State will actually legalize sports betting here soon. So I think that's going to be, I mean, New York City and just the whole state of New York, like that's going to be big.
Yeah, it's full of degenerate people there. So that's gonna be huge. Like,
yeah, I mean, so I ended up adding to Penn. Like I said, I'm down quite a bit on it, but you know, I know what kind of risk I'm taking, and it's just going to be what it is.
Yeah.
So, but moving on from Penn, we got huge earnings today, Freddie, and I'm going to actually get you to help me out with some of that. So we got some folks in the crew that are commenting along. I see a lot of people showing some love and support for the channel. We appreciate it. And
somebody asked where I'm from. I'm from Yonkers, New York. So that was to answer that question. I was definitely hyped when Brad was talking earlier too. They could tell I was hungry to like fucking to jump in there. So that was good.
Oh man, yeah, it takes me a minute to get fired up over something, but once I get to that point, it takes me a while to kind of like get back down. I don't know if that's just a man thing or if that's an individual thing, but
hey, it's a badass thing. Whatever you did, you stuck the landing. Just take a victory lap. Snookeroo, yes, I have been eating a lot and I've been lifting, but I also trimmed my beard. So
you did trim your beard.
Yeah, I brought it down low. You know, got to change it up on people.
I don't know, man. I was kind of digging the Fidel Castro look.
A little bit, right? It's gonna grow back. It's gonna grow back.
It looks good. It looks good. I'm going the opposite way. Mine's getting longer now.
Yeah, for the winter, right? You gotta.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not quite No Shave November, but it's definitely
No Nut November. That's another one.
I know. With that.
Semen retention has like its potential benefits with like focus and things like that. So there's a sect of men that, you know, they'll go periods of time without any kind of masturbation or anything for like some kind of heightened performance. That's the trade-off.
Yeah, I have no interest in that.
Yeah, there's people that are like, hey, let's not drink and bust a nut. I'm like, I don't really want to hang out with you guys that much. Like,
I love y'all, but no.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm with the crowd that it's actually healthy for you.
Oh yeah, I think if you back it up too much, you can get like prostate cancer or something or some weird shit like that.
Who knows? But I don't want any parts of it. I don't want any parts of backing up anything. Healthy shit, healthy masturbating, all that good stuff.
Yeah, just everything in moderation. Ben Franklin, we know he masturbated moderately, which makes me. That's how he was able to do the great things he did.
Yeah, all the greats, all the legends out there.
Sir Isaac Newton was a virgin. And he like
really?
Yeah, he died a virgin.
No shit.
Yeah.
Well, you know, he took care of himself.
Right, he had to, right? There's no
way he didn't. Yeah. A lot. Yeah.
He probably had his best ideas mid orgasm.
That's how he figured out gravity in real life.
Yeah. That's so funny. It wasn't no damn apple. He got like it came back on me. He was like, "Oh gosh, what is that?" Brad, that is hilarious, bro. That's so
oh shit. Oh my god. All right, guys, we got earnings. It's we got about 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes before the close. Freddie, there's a shit ton, bro. I know that you're relatively new to the earnings game, but it has been absolutely wild. I know that I don't know if you've been kind of catching us here and there the last couple of weeks, but it's been insane. And then the insanity continues today. We got Square, Pinterest, Uber, Airbnb, Redfin, Peloton, Rocket Mortgage, Cloudflare, all kinds of other ones as well. GoPro. I mean, there's just so many today. I'm going to cover as many as I can, but I do need your guys' help. So if there's any of my OGs, our Chaos Crew members that want to help me out with some of the numbers that might be coming out, definitely throw them in the chat. I was trying to reach out to Arfin, but I don't think he's around right now. So if anybody wants to pick up the slack for Arfin, I certainly would appreciate it. But I'm going to do my best as well to try to pull everything up on Twitter. So right now, just kind of checking in over the market overall. Everything looks pretty darn good. There's a little bit of a mix in the markets right now. The Dow's down, but S&P 500's up. The Nasdaq's up. Freddie, we've been hitting record highs after record highs all week, so it's been pretty good.
Congrats, guys.
Yeah, it's been wild. My account, the Chaos Crew account, actually hit record highs yesterday. So
that account when did you put $5,000 in it?
August of 2020.
Holy shit! And it's up to 61,000.
Yeah, I've been adding to it though regularly.
Yeah.
On top of the 80% gains or whatever.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the power of
cool.
It's the power of continuing to add and then compound and then doing it every day.
Wow, that's a perspective shift. That's cool.
I mean, and it's taken a year, over a year to get there, but and that's what I tell people too. It's like you got to have a little patience with it. You can't just think that it's going to happen overnight. But if you have patience and you stick with it, and you don't make dumb mistakes all the time, YOLOing shit all of the time, then it'll all add up. And I YOLO some stuff in this account, but I don't go crazy with it. Like if I'm gonna take a chance on something and I know it's risky, I know not to risk any more than a certain amount.
Okay,
I think that's where a lot of people kind of get themselves in trouble, where they kind of see the reward part and kind of skip the risk part. And then they're just like, oh, fuck it, I'm putting everything in. And that's kind of where they get themselves in trouble and start blowing.
Andre in the comments sounds like he's drinking some haterade. He said, all this money was just added. How much did you make? And then he said, I can add 100K, and said my account is up 100K. Somebody drinking that haterade was on discount at Costco. It looks like.
I'm telling you, man, the trolls are out in force today. Andre, ask anybody in the Chaos Crew. They'll tell you that is not the case.
Yeah. Why don't you join the Chaos Crew and get an inside look instead of hating from outside the club? You hating from outside the club. You can't even get in, but you can get in though. You can get in.
You can. You can just literally skip a couple of days at Starbucks and you can get in. That's all you got to do.
Oh, he's just joking. That was fun though, Andre. We had fun. That was cool. We made jokes. We love you, Andre.
We take it all back.
Yeah. It's all jokes.
Fat Man Zoom is tuning in from wherever he's at. He said that the N in Fat Man Zoom has gone crazy, and that is the truth. Nvidia is the N in Fat Man Zoom, and it just continues to go crazy. It went all the way up to $313 today.
Nice.
Look at this chart, bro. This is the daily.
I like
chart.
that.
This is a big ass boner candle today.
Yeah.
They got upgraded by Bank of America, citing. So if you are buying into the metaverse, and you want to look for stocks that are going to benefit from that. In order to be a part of the metaverse, you're going to live in this world. You're going to need the graphics cards to be able to support the bandwidth and everything that comes along with the metaverse. The only company that's really capable of doing that is Nvidia. And obviously you can see, and Bank of America, no, I'm sorry. It was Wells Fargo. Let me go back. It was Wells Fargo that upgraded them to $320 a share, and, made the case for that. And so that's why the stock's going crazy today. I think this is going to be $1 trillion stock within the next 2-3 years, maybe even earlier.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Right now, I think it's valued at, where's it valued at? I think like $745 billion. So we're about 3/4 of the way there to $1 trillion. Shit. That might even happen next year. Wild stuff. But yeah, hell of a day. Hell of a day for
Right.
Fat Man Zoom. All right. Yeah, we gotta get on the
The
we gotta get on.
metaverse has hit. Like I'm hearing about it through every almost social media thing I follow. Like any culture account, all that. The people are making memes about it.
Yeah.
It's this shit is taking off.
It's insane, and I think Fat Man Zoom and I are both. He's been digging into it more than me, and I need to kind of catch up. But
Yeah.
I think we really need to come up with some other good, some good content surrounding around that, as far as like stocks that are going to benefit from this, not named Nvidia and everything else, because it's coming. You know, whether I can make sense of it or not, it's coming regardless. So I gotta step up my game on that.
Kirby Dominguez, good joke. He said haterade isn't stuck at the ports. That's funny. Kevin Ponce, the negativity is bad for my anxiety, which is bad for my account. We're gonna do a breathing exercise. Kevin, you ready? All right, Chaos Crew, we're back to a calm zone.
There we go. That's the best breathing exercise there is, by the way.
Yeah, it makes you laugh. You're like, ha.
We got 160 of you guys hanging out in here, so we appreciate you allowing us to be a part of your afternoon. We got 50 likes in the house as well, and so I think we can blow that number out of the water. If you guys get the thumbs up if you're enjoying the stream so far, we certainly would appreciate it. The stock market is officially closed, so the earnings are going to start rolling in here. Let's go ahead and tune into a couple of them, Freddie, and I'm going to kind of go into beast mode here a little bit. So Uber right now is up about 0.5%. It doesn't look like. I'm going to go back to the 1 minute chart so we can get some real time movement on this. So we'll go ahead and pull up Uber, Airbnb, kind of just have a string of stocks here that we're going to be watching as those stocks come in. Redfin will get pulled up as well. I know a lot of people have been watching that. We'll pull up Pins, which has been just obliterated over the last couple of weeks because of some of the issues that they've been having. Peloton also on the docket. Lots of bear sentiment on Peloton, and the growth story revolving around them. But I'm not so sure. I think usually when there's all this negative sentiment on a particular stock, that usually means that you need to be going the other way. But we'll see. I'll pull up Square as well. And then I actually ended up buying into Rocket before the bell.
Nice.
Hopefully that works in my favor. Right now it's up about 0.5%. So if you guys can see that, I got calls on Rocket at 1889 strike. So expiration out into January. So that should be good. What else we got here? Guys, put it in the chat too. If you guys want me to pull something up that I'm not keeping my eye on, put it in the chat. Let me know what you're looking at. Let me know what you're in.
Luke says net.
Yeah, that's Cloudflare. So I just actually pulled that up.
Okay, nice.
No movement on that just yet.
All right. RKT. Philip says RKT is pulling back a tad. Avon Hunter wants Visa.
That's a Rocket. The Visa doesn't have earnings today, I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just going to cover the earnings today, guys. Yeah, I don't see that Visa has earnings.
Skyworks and APPN.
Skyworks does have earnings today. I'll pull that up as well.
All right, cool.
Skyworks. APPM was the other one.
ASTR is another one. Snookeroo wants that one.
All right. Peace. All right. We'll keep an eye on that too.
Yeah. Vitaly would like Piton.
Yep, Piton we got on the docket there.
Okay.
Oh, this isn't looking good. Airbnb is now down 6% after hours. So it looks like those earnings might be out. I'll go ahead and get those pulled up as soon as I have those numbers. I'll share those with you. But that's the first reaction that I'm seeing so far. Redfin's actually up almost 4% here as well.
We have two people in a row asking for Melly, MELI.
Okay.
Melly. I knew two dudes named Melly.
That's a weird
XELA. Oh, that's earning in the AM, it says. My bad.
So I don't feel so bad about Airbnb. I've been trimming off my Airbnb position, meaning that I've like been selling a little bit at a time leading up
Yeah.
to today. And so I kept a core position, a solid position that I felt comfortable holding on to into earnings. So even if this continues to fall down some, it won't be as bad as it could have been. Going back to that managing risk, people. Let's see here. Still don't have numbers on that just yet. As soon as they come in, though, I'll give them to you.
Oh,
Redfin also up now 5.25%. As soon as I find the Airbnb numbers, I'll get out onto Redfin. Unless somebody wants to throw that in the chat, certainly feel free to do so. Airbnb came in and beat earnings per share $2.24. Their estimated was 207, so they did beat on that. Their revenue was 139 billion, so they missed on revenue. Their estimated revenue was 1.48 billion. They came in at 1.39. So that was the miss there on revenue. That's a little surprising. I was thinking that we were going to see a really big revenue boost from them because of just the increased demand in travel, Freddie. I mean, we saw
okay.
like a lot of the other travel stocks absolutely crush it. Marriott killed it earlier this week. Priceline.com killed it this morning on their earnings. But Airbnb looks like they missed revenue. So I think we'll have to wait and see what their outlook looks like. And maybe if they can give us a reasonable answer as to why they were low on revenue. But they did beat earnings per share by quite a lot. $2.24 was the actual. Hold on. Let me just yeah, that's revenue. Sorry. Let me back that up.
Okay.
I read it wrong. So that was revenue. It's 2.24 billion. Their estimate was 2.07. They beat revenue. And they beat earnings per share.
Okay.
Let me just check. Let me just reconfirm. This is the thing about sometimes when you're live, you have to go back and correct yourself. But I just want to double check here.
Let's
Let me
see.
just confirm. It looks like they beat on revenue and beat on earnings per share.
How about Kura and Evax? That's from Frank and Gabriel.
Kura and Evax.
Kura.
Airbnb is starting to pick back up here.
Okay.
So Airbnb, they came in $1.22 compared to the 75-cent estimate, and then they ended up beating on revenue as well. We'll see what they say on guidance, but that's where it's at right now. Maybe it was buy the rumor, sell the news. I mean, Airbnb was up all day long, so that could be somewhat of what's going on there. Pinterest actually started to shoot up here as well after hours, and I'll go ahead and pull up those. We'll get to some of the other ones, Freddie. Just keep them in mind.
Cool.
Interest came in. They beat on earnings per share 28 cents compared to the 24-cent estimate. They also beat on revenue 633 million compared to 443. That's what they came in. That was a monster revenue beat for Pinterest. It shot all the way up to 47.45 after closing at 43.63, but it is coming back down now. It looks like it was up around 8-9% at one point, but now pulling back here. Not sure what the guidance was that may affect it, so we'll just kind of keep an eye on that. But man, average revenue per user was $1.41 compared to $1.03 year over year, which is pretty awesome. So far, the numbers are looking great for Pinterest. Not quite sure what the immediate sell off is here for, but looks like a really solid quarter for Pinterest. Oh, shit. Peloton's down 21%. Kind of had a feeling. I mean, just the way that everybody was feeling about it. As I said earlier, sometimes when everybody has poor sentiment on something, it usually means it's going to go the other way. But in this case, that is not what happened. Peloton came in a loss of $1.25 versus $1.07, so they missed on earnings per share. They also missed on revenue, 805 million compared to 810 million on that. So really tough beat for Peloton, or miss. Sorry, really tough miss for Peloton, and is getting beat down now, down 21% after hours. Yikes!
Damn. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is a terrible miss. Terrible miss.
Yeah.
Checking back in with Airbnb, though, that is now only down around 2.5% and coming back. So the stock look is coming back here. You guys are looking at the 1 minute chart. So that's coming back there. That looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Rocket is now up 2.5%. Let's fucking go, baby.
Nice.
So that one, if you guys recall, I ended up buying that just before the close. Got some option calls on that. Let's see if we can find the numbers. They see closed loan volume 75 to 80 billion. The net rate lock volume was 71 to 78. That's a decent number. Let's see if I can find the earnings per share. Earnings per share, they beat 57 cents compared to 48-cent estimate. Their sales are 3.12 billion compared to the 2.9 that was expected. So Rocket crushed it. They crushed it, and now it's up almost 3% after hours. I'm digging that. Loving that. Uber, though, is now down 6%. So I own Uber as well. We'll see where this lands us, but not looking good for Uber here after hours. I'll go ahead and pull up those earnings numbers. Man, I told you, Freddie. It's just one after another, man.
Yeah. Uber, damn. Those red lines remind me of that meme with the guy sitting on the edge of the bed. You know that link you get?
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of. Just long and just soft.
Very sad.
Yeah.
Uber came in and they beat sales estimates. So 4.84 billion compared to the 4.42. So that's good. They missed on earnings per share badly. Earnings per share was a loss of $1.28. They were only expecting a loss of 33 cents.
Oh, so, damn.
Yeah, that's a pretty big miss on earnings per share. That's tough. That's tough, especially since Lyft actually beat on both and increased their guidance. So obviously we'll have to hear from them on their conference call what they have going on. That'll be later this evening, but so far that sucks. Rocket, however, is rocketing. It's now up 4% after hours, and it's gapping up here on the 1 minute chart. That looks awesome. Hell yeah. Man, that's crazy. So I have one loser in Uber, and then I got one big winner in Rocket. So hopefully one favors the other the other one a little bit more. Looking at Square, that seems to be moving a little bit here too. Square, let's pull up that chart. That's down around 0.5%. They missed on earnings per share, 37 cents to 39 cents. Sales were up from 3.84 billion, up from the 3.3 year over year. So they beat on earnings, and it looks like that might be coming back. So it looks like they sold off. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase. They missed on earnings by 2 cents, but they beat on revenue. And so we can start to see this rebounding here a little bit. Pretty good move on that.
All right.
Pretty good move on that. Appreciate you guys putting the numbers in here too, helping me out. All right. Cloudflare. Let's pull that one up. NET is the ticker symbol there. That's up 1.5%. Looks like those numbers might also be in. Whew. What a busy afternoon. Okay. Nothing on them just yet. But it is moving like the numbers are out. So as soon as they come in, I'll bring them to you. But if you guys are just tuning in, first of all, let's see how many people we got in the house. We got 243 of you guys hanging out. So definitely appreciate you guys supporting the channel and just giving us a view. If you guys wouldn't mind helping us out a little bit more, especially if you're just tuning in, hit that like button, hit the thumbs up, help to support the channel a little bit more. We certainly would appreciate it. Airbnb just reversed course here. We just saw that was down 5% and now is up 4%. Whew. Hell yeah.
Wow.
Hell yeah. So I struck big on Rocket, making that trade before earnings. And then I've been in Airbnb. As you guys know, I've been in Airbnb since February, bro.
Nice.
Yeah. And this thing is now finally making a move. It's up to $185 a share, up 3.5%, almost 4%. Now it is up 4% and climbing. Not quite sure why. Maybe the investors here are digesting something having to do with guidance, I would imagine. But yeah, really solid move out of Airbnb. This is awesome.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Guys, go ahead and tickle that like button. And just give it a little tickle.
We got 85 likes with 240 of you guys hanging out. I feel like that's weak sauce. We should have,
Right?
have well over 100. Look at Airbnb. It's still rocking and rolling. It's up 5% now. Hell yeah. And then Redfin actually reversed course. Redfin was way up and then has now turned down here with little to no volume, but it's still down nevertheless. Checking in on net. Still don't have those numbers just yet. Soon as I do, I'll get them out to you. No, we got a lot of fans of Cloudflare. But it looks like we got some movement on that. So let's see. Square actually turned around as well. It was red and now it went back to green and still moving upward. So that looks good. Skyworks is up now as well, 1.5%. Let me see if I can find those for you guys. Ticker symbol SWKS. All right. And their numbers, estimated earnings per share was at $3.10. I'm sorry. Actual earnings per share were $3.10. They came in and the expectation was 307. So they beat on earnings.
Nice. There we go.
And looks like they beat on revenue too, but I don't have those numbers just yet. Here we go. 1.31 billion, beating expectations of 1.3. So they barely beat on revenue, but beat pretty handily on earnings per share. So that's pretty good.
Square is up 2.5%.
Yeah, making the move. So that's up. Yeah, pretty solid move on Square. Cloudflare now really getting a move on. All right, let's see what's going on. Let me get the numbers. Cloudflare's up. It was up somewhere around 10%. That's a pretty decent move. I know a lot of you guys like net. Still no numbers on that. Is there any numbers in the chat, Freddie? I can't see.
Let's see. Square. Oh, Airbnb.
Looking for net.
Oh, net. So let's see.
Or Cloudflare is the company name.
I don't see anything for net. No.
Yeah, I don't have anything either. But that thing is rocking and rolling. Some of the stuff that's made some really good. It's been pretty wild after hours here. So Uber was down like 6%. That's now started to curl its way up. Airbnb was way down, and now that's up and now starting to make another move back down. Peloton still sucks ass. That's down 24% after hours on an abysmal beat. Square came in, and then they ended up being down, went back up, and now back to red. Rocket is now kind of just chilling at 1.5% after it made a pretty decent move up.
Rob T says anyone in Datadog, they're up 9%.
What is that? DDG, I want to say. Follow that one very closely. Yeah, DDOG. Yeah, that's up 9%. Let's take a look.
Oh, nice. There you go.
While we're waiting for
how about Melly? Rajiv wants Melly.
Okay, Rajiv. As soon as I get those, I'll get them out to you.
Mike Hudson, I think I'm getting close, Mike Hudson. To being a level 3 scribe for the.
Yeah. Datadog, yes, they beat pretty handily. So they beat estimated earnings by 433%, 13 cents a share compared to what was expected at 3 cents per share. Also beat on revenue. So huge beat for Datadog for sure.
Nice. Is anybody in Datadog in the Chaos Crew?
Yeah, shout it out. Let us know.
Yeah.
Wow, that's monster beat for Datadog. All right, let's take a look. Cloudflare. Here we go. Let's see what I got.
Fatman Zoom says Melly equals Mercado Libre, free market.
Yeah. Mercado, it's a e-commerce, like
okay.
South American e-commerce. I forgot that was the ticker.
I thought it was a drink.
Cloudflare reported $0 per share. The consensus was a loss at 4 cents. So they beat earnings per share which is why that stock's been moving. I don't have anything on revenue yet. As soon as I get that, we will.
Shout out to Malta Goya too. With the this person says they're absolutely in Datadog. Good for you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Go have a drink on me, my man. Mercado Libre is flat right now.
Oh, it's all right, Rob T. You'll bounce back, man. It's all good. Last year, Datadog was my first holding where I learned the difference between limit order and stop loss. I accidentally sold. LOL.
Hopefully, it was at least for a W. So earnings are out for Mercado Libre. They beat pretty handily. Estimated earnings per share were $1.92 compared to the $1.27 expected. Revenues came in line, 186 billion to 186 billion expected. 72% revenue growth year over year. Payment volumes were up by 59%. Lots of good numbers here for Mercado Libre. Very little reaction. I would imagine. I don't know if Fat Man Jim's still in this one or not, or if he ever messed around with it. But if anybody else is in Mercado Libre, watch out, because I think tomorrow, if not later in the afternoon here, it's going to be a pretty monstrous move. That's pretty good considering that we've seen a lot of problems with some of the other e-commerce plays, not named Etsy. But, we saw Amazon really take a hit because of the supply chain problems and labor shortages. Doesn't look like Mercado Libre gave two shits about that, because that was a pretty pretty good beat, earnings per share, especially. All right. Just checking in.
Shout out to Malcolm Barker. He said, I just tickled the like button. Guys, be like Malcolm Barker. Tickle that like button. Go ahead and do an Irish jig on that like button, guys, or do the Dougie, whichever one you prefer. On that like button.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm loving the comments now. Just checking in on those. Nice. What did I miss any of them?
I think I got GoPro's up 10%, it looks like, from Hyper Viper. I don't know if that's what that means, but
yeah, that's GoPro.
Nice.
That stock, I remember when that stock IPO'd. It was like, and then it like went crazy and then took a shit. Let me see if I can we can pull out the weekly chart. Look at this weekly chart. This is like over the last several years, but it went crazy. Look at this. When it IPO'd.
Shock City Rocker said, I like the tickled button. There we go.
There we go.
Fat Man Zoom is asking, did we talk Big C?
We did not talk Big C.
Let's talk Big C.
Big C is also e-commerce platform down in South America, if I'm not mistaken. Brazil, I want to say.
Brazil.
Yeah. GoPro is going the hell off. That's up 10%. Really nice move on that. Let me see if I can pull up those numbers.
Peloton is the next GoPro from Mr. DeSoto 1.
Next GoPro?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think that's a fair apples to apples comparison.
Okay.
GoPro has no subscription model. There's no recurring revenue. They have to constantly create a new product every single year in order to make money.
Yeah. That makes sense. Dustin King says got Penn at bottom. Does that mean he bought while it's low?
Yeah, he bought probably close to the low of the day.
Nice. Okay. I like that. Shout out to Dustin King. Tammy Johnson said, I just grabbed the like button by the balls and also bought more. Penn before the close. Tammy Johnson, hell yeah.
Let me tell you, I love Tammy.
Comment of the day.
Tammy Johnson has amazing comments. She's been following me for I want to say and Tammy, correct me if I'm wrong. You've been following me for at least 3.5 years, maybe since the beginning. And she comes up with the best comments. I picked on her a little bit years ago because she commented about how she liked my eyebrows, which I thought was interesting.
That's a great compliment for a man.
It is a great compliment. I had no problem with it. It was just unique because who comments on somebody's eyebrows like that?
A person that makes badass comments like that. Shout out to Tammy. Did we go over Penn? People are asking for Penn.
We went over Penn a ton.
Okay.
they missed earnings and it was ugly. Yeah, we talked
Okay.
about that at the top of the show. Guys, go back at the top of the show. We talked all about it. So, but yeah, GoPro looks like they beat earnings. 34 cents was the actual compared to the 20-cent estimate. Just EBITDA 60.4 million compared to 40. So pretty nice beat for GoPro as well. No shock to see that up 10% after those numbers. Really decent beat there. Fat Man Zoom, by the way, loves Big C. I don't know about you liking Big C, but Fat Man Zoom's in love with it.
I know he loves Big C.
Mm-hmm. All about it. Big C.
Alvin Smith says, "What is Fart Man Zoom?" That's funny, Alvin. Fart jokes don't get old to me. I don't think
No, they do not.
Yeah,
Definitely do not. Big C is running like crazy though. It's up 9%. Looks like they came in at a loss of 6 cents versus the expected loss of 14 cents. So over 100% beat on that. Sales 59.3 billion versus 54.9 billion. So they beat that by 5 million. They raised guidance for the full year, it looks like. So all good things for Big C. Big C now has a boner and is up 8%.
Frederick Marillo says, "Hey Brad, you and Fat Man Zoom have been my soundboard for the past year. I've been investing for 20 years. Oh, and I appreciate all the advice you have for you guys. You do your homework, you analyze, and your thoughtful discussion. Wow,
Bro, huge compliment. Thanks, man.
yes, you guys are genuine and authentic. Keep it going, boys. Hell yeah, dude. Shout out to Frederick for the love. We're getting through this. We're getting through this tumultuous time, guys.
Yeah.
I'm liking this.
I love it. I love
We
it.
just got to blow off some steam. That was it.
Yeah, every now and then you just got to be like, you got to give the big middle finger to the trolls.
Yeah, it made everybody tighter. We all learned.
That's right. And I put my money where my mouth is.
That sounds like one of Dave Portnoy's kinks.
That was a good one. All right, guys. So we covered a lot. So we covered Penn earnings and what the hell happened there on top of the earnings and the drama that was involved in that. We covered so many earnings as well that we're just reporting. So just to kind of recap a little bit, Uber came in and they beat they came in on and met on revenue, but missed on earnings per share. They beat revenue, missed earnings per share. Pinterest came in and crushed earnings, knocked it out of the park.
Nice.
Earnings revenue per user was also up, so that was great. Peloton shit the bed and is still down around 24%.
Yep.
Square came in and missed earnings. That's actually now down 3%. Rocket looks like they knocked it out of the park as well. And that's up 2%. Cloudflare crushed earnings. That's up 5%. Skyworks flat. Datadog came in and killed it.
Nice.
That's up 8.5%. Mercado Libre came in up 3%, and they crushed earnings. Big C is the big winner. It's up 11%, still going up. So that thing's wild. And GoPro also crushed earnings. I think I covered the majority of them.
How about Bill? Andre is asking for Bill.
Oh, Billy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Chinese stock. Let's see. So, yeah, I knew they had earnings, but I wasn't quite sure if anybody was really following them. That's flat right now. It doesn't look like we have anything on them as far as numbers are concerned yet. So that might come a little bit later. I don't see any reaction to Billy at this point. Billy is the company name. Oh, wait, the numbers are out. Year-over-year growth, 71%. Let's see what the number. See if I actually have earnings per share. Nope, I don't have any earnings per share just yet. That might take us a little bit to get the earnings numbers in. I think somebody was just spouting off as far as revenue growth, but no numbers on that just yet as far as Billy's concerned. We can cover it on Sunday if you guys want or whatever. I can actually tweet it out as well. If you go follow me at Own the Chaos on Twitter, I can share that if I find out anything. But for me personally, I'm super pumped. Uber's starting to claw its way back. I'm in Uber right now, And then Rocket was looking like it's a big win for me too. So I'm super pumped about that, especially on a day where Penn gave me a little pain today. But guys, the important lesson out of today was manage risk. Okay. Don't go crazy. Don't throw all your life savings into one particular company and have all the faith in the world in one thing, because it will come back to bite you in the ass. And then if it does come back to bite you in the ass and you do what I tell you not to do, don't come crying to me because I told you. Freddie, you got anything else for the people?
Yeah, man. I look at you and Fat Man Zoom as Captain America and Tony Stark of the finance world. Really, mistakes are made. But at the end of the day, we avenge, right? Because the Chaos Crew is just essentially real life Avengers. I'm Natasha Romanoff. I'm the Black Widow. I'm a fucking sexy bitch. Guys, follow me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Freddie Valoy. Thank you, Chaos Crew. Shout out to all you guys commenting: Eric Scarl, Alvin Smith, Andre, Cream, Savvy Money Show, Jeff P, Mike Hudson. Bro, we out here. I'm gonna get better at that. I'll remember all of them.
Yeah, we got those, and those are all the ones you spouted off. They're kind of our regulars, so it's good stuff, guys. Before you leave, make sure you hit that thumbs up button as well, and go check us out at ownthechaos.com. We do have a watch list that we put out every single morning before the market opens. Costs $4.99 a month if you want the extended version, if you will, but you can get it for absolutely free if you want to as well. So you can get the simple version. Go to ownthechaos.com. You can get that for absolutely nothing, and help support the channel, support everything you see behind us. Freddie, where can they find you at?
Find me on Instagram, Freddie Valoy, first last name, YouTube, and TikTok.
Perfect. Thanks, guys. We'll see you on Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. We'll be here for Stock Watch Sunday to go over the next week's expectations. And that's it. We out.
Shout out to Rudy Brown.
Always shout out to Rudy Brown.